You're a bully, Kate.
Ever since Congress has been trying to pass through that latest health care amendment, I have been waking up with hot flashes in the middle of the night.
You don't think those hot flashes might be related to something else, like maybe, say, menopause?
Oh, don't be absurd, Helen. I've never had a hot flash in my life. Why would I start now? No, but these episodes are something else. You know, something is just not sitting right in the world.
You feel a great disturbance in the force.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, good luck with that. I have to get ready later this morning for a conference call with my very own Darth Vader.
Well, who is that?
I mean Paul. She thinks that just because she has arthritis, she knows what it's like to be disabled. Then she uses that to justify cutting the transport budget across public transportation. Having knee pain is not a disability. That's just being alive after the age of 50.
Well, you do whatever you need to make the subway in New York wheelchair friendly. I mean, even if it means stepping on a little old lady with arthritis, what you do is important. And if you can't assassinate her character, you just push her in front of a train.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Bye, Aunt Kate.
Bye, sweet girl.
That woman will make Jamie Tatsman quake with fear.
She is 100% convinced that you were in New York.
Well, why wouldn't she be? I'm the niece without the conviction for shoplifting Jimmy's shoes.
Thanks for helping me with this.
No problem. I've been meaning to catch up with you anyway. Your most recent addition to the boat. Didn't go down well with the dock committee.
The stripper pole.
The stripper pole. And the party, where you invited 17 black midgets to christen it.
Philistines.
You broke the council record for noise complaints. Are you okay?
Since when is hiring a fleet of black midget strippers a cry for help? Now, are you going to help me with this or not?
Right. What are we up to then?
Okay. Right, we need to label these up, put them in piles of 10 for the restaurants that I'm selling to. And then we need to put the weight on them. They pay by the ounce.
You got quite the cottage industry, eh?
Well, you got to use what's around you.
The label signing
Winnie! Come on, it's 9:50. I at least need a top half of me dressed for this Skype call.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It felt more like 9:30.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You can feel time.
Well, it comes and goes. I was doing my makeup. I'm sorry.
Yeah, didn't you wear a watch in case it goes?
Oh no, it'll come back again. Here, I laid this out for you to wear. Will it do?
Only if a public transport is now done by elephant.
What does that mean?
Do I look like a hippie?
It shouldn't matter what you wear anyway. Good people don't judge other people by what clothes they wear.
Oh yes, you're right. People aren't judgmental at all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What planet do we live on again?
These are quite small, even for duck.
Oh, the Peking Palace likes them small. Somehow they can fit more meat in their freezer.
Did you hear about Louise getting held hostage on her boat by a coot last week?
Yeah, mental. Those birds are flat out aggressive, almost as bad as the swans this year.
It's just their breeding season. They'll calm down in the winter.
If not before. And having to explain to a woman who stays the night that she's not allowed to leave the boat because she might be attacked by a coot on the dock does not go down well.
What do you mean?
Well, I think they feel I'm using it as an excuse as to not letting them leave.
You don't say.
matter. No one's going to be looking at the legs. The webcam doesn't go down that far.
But what about your makeup?
You know, the only thing worse than not having any makeup
What?
is being late because you were putting your makeup on.
Okay, I'll answer the call.
Don't you dare! Just... Why don't you go outside for a bit? This is going to take about an hour.
Are you sure I can just leave you like that?
Yes. Go. Okay?
Okay, bye.
This weekend, I gotta go over and check the alternator on Louise's boat. If it's broken, could you get you to give me a hand fixing it?
Yeah, sure, but you realize that boat is never going to be in seafaring shape.
Yeah, I told Louise that when she bought it. There are some boats that always leak, top to bottom, and the Elizabeth is one of those boats. Best thing to do with the top leak is buy a whole load of potted plants, place them under said leaks, and never worry about watering them again. Right. That's this lot ready to be sold.
Wait. This is wrong.
What's wrong?
Well, I don't feel comfortable with these labeled as duck.
Well, what would you feel comfortable as them being labeled as?
Well, not so much duck, maybe waterfowl?
Is this some kind of politically correct new age trend that I don't know about?
No, it's just they aren't duck. There are other birds that live on the water that aren't duck.
What meat are you selling to the local Chinese restaurants?
Hi, Rami. What are you doing?
I'm actually completing the Saraya Namaskara. It's the ancient art of saluting the sun, and do it as part of my yoga routine every morning.
Isn't it meant to be saluting the rising of the sun?
Yeah, but... Or when you rise, you can do it then, it's fine.
Oh, cool. Can I join you?
Well, I'd rather you didn't, actually, because it's just something I do on my own to restore my inner peace. And
Oh, I won't bother you. We used to do it on the musical theatre course at uni, so I've done quite a lot of it. It's just that it's been ages since I've had anyone to do it with, and I always think it's way better to do yoga in a group, don't you? Can I ask you a question? How come your name's Rami, even though you're white?
it was a name given to me by my spirit leader when I was in India. It actually means to take aim.
Oh, so like Cher or Madonna then?
I hope you do keep the transport budget as it's allocated. I mean, stations like Tottenham Court Road are so important. They're major transport arteries.
I understand, Miss Whittaker, I do. And don't forget, I'm physically disabled myself.
Yes. How is the knee?
Oh, when it rains, it's, well, crippling, really.
I can't imagine.
Sorry?
I can't imagine.
I've spoken to Mike Brown and the rest of the A&I team, but the fact is, we're going to have to make cuts somewhere. So some of the stations are not going to be made accessible this time round.
Okay, but they don't have to be central. Let me go over for you the figures I've been looking at.
She's an odd duck, isn't she, Helen? How long have you known her?
10 years.
Whoa, 10 years? I'm 22, that's like almost half my life. She's a lot more independent than I was expecting, which is a good thing. I'm just, trying to get to know everyone. And I know you and Helen are really close, so I figured you'd be a good person to start with. Plus, some of the others like JJ scare me a bit. Well, no, it's not like he scares me. It's more of a apprehension thing. No, not apprehension, that's the wrong word. It's a Oh, what am I trying to say? You know the word I mean, don't you?
No.
It's like you know, when, it's like
Yeah, is that degree from the university entitlement starting to fail you, is it? Hey, Barbie?
Winnie! My name's Winnie, not Barbie.
Jackson, you can't hunt coots on the dock and then turn around and sell them as Peking duck to local Chinese
Look,
restaurants.
I've got 6 more orders to fill. I've got a contract.
Coot delivery is on a contract?
Yeah, they're Chinese. How do you think they become the fastest growing economy of all time, huh?
Okay, your entrepreneurial sense is admirable, but this is a terrible idea.
It's a great idea. Why else do you think there's been less of a coot problem the last couple of weeks? Hey, they're not a protected species. I've checked. I see it more as a supply and demand redistribution problem. There are too many coots on the dock and not enough duck.
I get all that, but this is not a normal way to act.
What do you mean?
The stripper pole, the asbos, the duck. Louise says she saw a pile of unopened letters from the NHS on your table. Now, are you...
Hand me that waterfowl.
Look, all I'm saying is just take an objective look at your behavior, please. Louise and I know the whole story, and we really are quite concerned.
Yeah, right. You can help me deliver these or not?
Not.
There's something in the water, something you never understand, something or nothing. Some days it slips right through your hands.
I can reach way better than you can on this pose. I forgot how good I was at yoga.
Doesn't Helen need you to plait her hair or something?
No, she kicked me out.
Really?
Yeah, just while she had this Skype call, she had to talk to this woman and she got really stressed out about it. I don't really understand what the big fuss was, to be honest with you. Hey, you didn't hold that pose very long. I'm going to hold it longer if that's all right with you. It's just, otherwise I don't think you really feel the benefit and I want to make sure I get a good stretch. Anyway, I don't understand why Helen was so worked up about it. I mean, she's on the progressive side, isn't she? It's not like anyone's going to come up against her and be like, no, you cannot have lips on the tube. Oh, that's such a good stretch. What pose are you doing now? Oh, I could do that one too.
I hear all of your arguments and I agree with every single one of them. Unfortunately, the practicality of this...
You can change the practicality of the situation.
No, I can't. And it's not just a disability issue. There are women with prams, people with suitcases. It's a problem for them.
I'm sorry, are we now putting disability rights as the same importance as moms with buggies and holiday makers? Because the last time I checked, this level of inconvenience wasn't due to a holiday or too many mudslides after a night of reckless passion.
Are you in your knickers? I can see below your waist on this webcam, and you are in your knickers. I don't know how you do things in America, but here in England, we come to our meetings fully clothed. I am going to Mike Brown and giving him my proposal as it is. I see no reason to include the opinions of someone who is so obviously unprofessional. Showing a bit of leg may have got you somewhere in university, but here in the transport industry, it won't get you anywhere.
TFL, getting you nowhere for 150 years.
Hello. It feels like it's been about an hour. I know it has.
You're right, it's been 58 minutes.
How did the call go?
Not very well. They're going to cut the budget, which means less money, which means less lifts, which means less people in wheelchairs can get into less accessible stations.
Really?
Yeah. Budget changes. I keep going over the scene in my head again and again and again, wondering what I could have done differently, other than put on a pair of trousers.
Well, I'm sure you did all you could.
Well, I'm not.
My granny used to say, revolutionaries don't have armchairs to sit in.
Are you gonna make some kind of stupid pun about armchairs and wheelchairs? Because I'm really not in the mood.
No! The point is, people who are comfortable don't make the changes. Despite having a bad knee, this woman clearly doesn't get how important it is to have lifts in the underground. Just don't expect a clear path, that's all.
You know, that really is very insightful.
Well, my granny was very insightful. The 5th funeral we had for her was beautiful.
Through your hands, there's something in the air. It's something you never get to see. Something or nothing. Some days you hate reality.
Back so soon?
It's the Peking Palace. They wouldn't take my order. They canceled my contract.
Why?
Well, they said they found somebody faster and cheaper.
Capitalist.
I know, right? What am I going to do with all this duck?
Well, I got plenty of room in my freezer.
What the fuck did you want to talk to me about so urgently? I could hear the veins popping in your neck.
When are you going to get rid of Tammy Tampon?
Haven't really had time to think about it. If we could avoid disaster for 24 hours, I might be able to put some thought into it.
What is there to think about?
My visa. I don't want to go back to the States.
Look, Helen, this girl is going to disable you.
Well, she can get in line behind Eileen Paul. He about to cut the budget for the central stations today.
Meaning?
Meaning it won't be in our lifetime that we see the center of London be accessible by tube.
See, this is exactly right here. This is exactly why she's got to go. Huh? You need your game face on in the next few months. Huge decisions are going to be made at work, and this girl is going to compromise your career.
Okay, I have a say at what goes on at work. She won't even be there half the time.
I just think you need to cut your liabilities.
Why?
Look, this afternoon, all right, Helen, she asked Yoko Ono and John Lennon, are they still married?
Well, that doesn't matter, okay? Because what am I gonna do? Pray to the gravity gods every time I get in and out of the shower? Keep burning more calories than I can possibly consume in a day? Unless you know something that I don't, they haven't made a robot named Jeeves that can cater to my every whim.
You were doing fine before this summer. I think maybe just you're gun shy or something.
I wasn't doing fine. I just didn't know how fragile it all was.
Well, she does my head in. I can't stay in the same room as her.
Don't be such a diva!
No, I'm not going to come round while she's there, while you're still living with her. Otherwise, somebody might get hurt.
Rami, you cannot stay out of that flat for 24 hours. Rami, no! You cannot punish me for who I choose to live
No,
with!
I'm not punishing you.
What else would you call?
Well, maybe then you won't just drag your heels over getting rid of her.
I am handling it and doing the best I can I will get you
Okay,
back.
fine. Look, I'm not
a
going to be
little more
plaster. I'm
time.
not going to be plaster to stop from happening what needs to happen, okay? You've got a few weeks while the poker's over on the dock. Well, maybe that'd be good. Go to JJ's. He's been telling us we need to try his barbecue duck, hasn't he?
Fuck you!
Tell me something, tell me anything at all. I need answers, 'cause I've been learning how
I
to
see you guys.
I need a reason, just something to believe. I'm so tired.
Ooh, I like that one best.
I like that one too. It's classic.
Are you going to include a card?
Cause I am. Or it's gonna say, Dear Eileen, saw this and thought of you.
Perfect! Ooh, it feels like it's time for dinner, I think.
I agree.
Can you feel time too?
No, Winnie. I'm just hungry.